Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922 here to bring you History's Strongest Disciple, Kenichi, um, 500. Before I get into this, I want to briefly state I was in a live stream before. If you guys want to check that out, go to Bushido Spears' channel. Interesting live stream I did with that guy. Yeah, and that's all I gotta say about that. Okay. So this is chapter 500. Start. It's funny when you get series that get to 500. The 500 chapter, and it's supposed to be epic and crazy because we've had the Bleach 500 chapter, we've had other shonens go through that phase. This one, it was good. It was a good chapter. Don't get me wrong. Now, the beginning of it, we have like a bunch of color pages. One color page where you see all the Yomi against all of Shinganpaku Alliance. And beginning part, we get Kenichi going up against Berserker. Berserker, this is a different translation, obviously. Originally, Berserker says to him, yes, I am here under Kensei's orders to take you in. But in this one, it says, I'm here in Kensei's orders to devour you. Basically, in other words, to kill you. That's the whole gist here. And the beginning part is Berserker's basically fighting him, and we see Nejima. He needs to get the fuck out of there. He doesn't want to stick around for that. And he starts fighting Kenichi, and he tells him to put up his shukuin, thing. And he says he's telling him that he knows that he's learned a few things by fighting the other Yomis, but he's never seen. Kenichi's never seen Berserker's abilities, his techniques, and so on and so forth. And they start fighting, and at one point, what happens is Berserker puts his hands in his pocket, and he beats him up, defends himself against Kenichi, fighting Kenichi with his elbows. And that actually took me by surprise. And pretty much the rest of the chapter after that scene and going forward, and Kenichi's obviously putting up a good front because he's able to move away from him. And he says the Saikunkin was destroyed from that point on. And basically Berserker's telling him, I just felt it worked better this way, to try to do, to fight him that way. And basically what he would find out is that he was able to make a Saikukin Berserker that was smaller. And he was able to use that to crush Kenichi's. And they start going blow for blow, so on and so forth. And then Berserker's saying that I was right in choosing you as my target. Whether or not there is another suitable match in the alliance, everyone else had to consider it for a bit. And then he says, he's telling him that the day of the fate of your friends is to die right here. Kind of a stupid line to say. But the entire time that these fights are going on, Neji was trying to run. He's like, someone help me! And pretty much, I don't want to bore you guys with detail going about each page. Because a lot of shit happened in this chapter. But more or less, we get a glimpse at everyone's fight. And we get Hermit against Shiratori. We have, that fight hasn't really fully started yet. Then we also have Odin against Freya. And that one also, that one has got me like... And Odin's telling her to pick up a weapon or something in that scene. And then we have... What was the other one? Oh, yeah. Forgot her name. I apologize. Against Kensei's daughter against the specialist, the blonde hair girl. I apologize, I don't remember her name. And then we also have Kisara and Shiratori going up against that other girl, the little girl. But she pushes Shiratori out of the way, says, "Don't get in my way. All small fries. Don't get in my way." And then, obviously, the last two matches we have is Lou against Takeda and Miyu against Atlantis. Now, the one fight that I question, I don't question it, I just find it to be weird, is Takeda against Lou. Like 2-3 weeks ago, he just had a fight with Lou. And it was a draw. But he fought him. Like, recently. So, it makes you wonder the outcome of that. Now, the only fight that seems to be going in Yomi's favor is Miyu is struggling against... In this chapter, she was very much struggling against Atlantis, Rimi. Now, really the only fights really that gotten underway was the Berserker against Kenichi fight, Lou against Takeda, Miyu against Atlantis. So those three went underway. Gisar against that other one. And, like I said, Kensei's daughter. Against... I forgot her name, I apologize. Against that, the blonde one. The delinquent, supposedly. So, and that's pretty much what's going down now. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to give this a 4. Based upon the fact of what is going on. And it's very controversial. And it's very conflicting, this chapter. Because you can see that Yomi... You can say, you know... Sage Fist basically sent the disciples to kill the Alliance. They're there to kill them. Now, here's the thing. And I've been thinking about this. Because somebody mentioned it. Saying that, oh, Kenichi could become a killing fist. And the device, the catalyst that's going to activate that, him being a killing fist, is going to be Takeda. I don't see that. What I do see happening is this. Now, if Kenichi struggles against Berserker, and it seems like he can't beat him, or is defeated, or gets hurt, gets killed, or gets hurt severely, and Miyu knows about it, there's a small possibility, from what I see, she might kill Atlantis. She might push everything out of the way and try to kill Atlantis and go right after Berserker. Depending on how things go. But this is the 500 chapter. It was really just my thoughts on it. It's a good chapter. Fights are starting off, you know, and like I said, if I went through every scene I'd be here until Tuesday. But I like where it's going. It's moving forward. Kenichi. Yeah. It is. And this should be interesting. Now that we know that, you know, Berserker can do the same move that Kenichi can do, it's actually not that big of a miscue having him as an opponent. So, the only miscues I see, though, is Hermit against Siegfried and Odin against Freya. But I could be wrong. They obviously, I see Odin doing something against Freya. We'll have to see how it goes. And I also want to feel that, and tell me what you guys think about this idea. What if Ayato decides to show up? And it might happen probably around the time that, you know, Kenichi gets hurt, or we'll say that he gets hurt badly, and Ayato stops Miyu, because she goes on a rampage. We'll say Miyu goes on a rampage, and she nearly kills Atlantis. Hits her so hard, beats her up so badly, she's done. She's almost dead, and Odin realizes it, and so, and basically Ayato will show up, knock out Miyu, get Kenichi out of there, and tells all the other Yomi disciples, you should be thankful that I came here, because if I didn't, my granddaughter probably would have killed you all. And then they leave. But this is a big confrontation, so we will see hopefully what comes from it. But, you know, it's Kenichi. And, you know, I've already talked a few times with King of Lightning, and he's announced his distasteful for Kenichi. I still like the show, though. I still have high hopes. I have great high hopes for this show, which everyone else should. So yeah, good chapter, good 500 chapter, and yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Kenichi chapter 500. So we go from here. Yeah, this has been Bonkai 92. I'll see you guys later. I want to mention one thing. There's a possibility that I'm not going to say that I'm going to take a break from Fairy Tail, reviewing it, but it's a possibility I might. If the next week's chapter doesn't wow me, the following weeks I might push to the side for the time being. But we'll see. Good week of good chapter. Kenichi, it's been Bonkai 92. I will see you guys later. Good matchups. Very good matchups.